check this out. Hey, everybody, it's me, DeDe, in the morning. And, of course, Trey Songz is in the building. Y'all got to clap it up for this man right here. Look at him. Look at him. Look. Okay, Trey, let's first of all talk. You walked in, and I'm going to be honest with you. I was a little nervous with you growing your hair out. I was I didn't know if I was crazy for it, but you walked in sexy as hell.
I mean, I'm the same. I look the same.
No, you don't. You had a nice, clean cut look. Jade, please let him know how we...
I mean, I look the same. Look.
No, you had a nice, clean cut look.
Can't throw Jade in the mix no more.
Yes, you can. She got a divorce.
Okay.
Here.
What?
What do we have to? Yes. No. She's back in these streets, baby. That's what she says every morning.
What?
Right now we need to play we need to play the love connection right now. Oh, look at the hand.
You know I love me some Jade.
This is so good. Look at the hands, y'all. Look at. Wait a minute. All right, so Trey, let's talk. Okay, here.
I want to hear all things Jade.
You know this is gonna go on the air.
No, I understand. I just want you to compliment on his look. What y'all ladies think about his look?
Okay.
But now tell him the truth. Tell him what you said when we were in the radio station.
Okay, so I'm into like more clean cut.
Right.
So and like I like babyface Trey.
Right.
I mean, you're still a handsome guy, but you know, if we had preference, but you still can.
Y'all had to see me in person. I mean,
she wasn't using kind words like that, Trey, early in the morning time.
Well, I know she loved me though, so it don't matter.
Yeah, let me just be honest with you guys. I'm sitting here right next to Lady Jade and Trey Songz, and they talk to each other and they look each other in the eye. They do. You know, I'm one of the kind of people I'll look away, but them two are like looking in the eye. Are you? Well, let's talk. Are you single?
Yes.
Jade, are you single?
Shut up, DeDe.
Well, anybody been watching over the course of the years know that I love me some Lady Jade.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I think she's amazing.
Yeah. So let's talk about you, your new album and everything else. Tell me a little bit. We're gonna change the subject and we're gonna get back to that as we're gonna play the dating game a little later. So tell us a little bit about it.
About the album. The album, I was looking at Jade. I'm sorry. The album is available everywhere right now. It's entitled Tremaine. It's very personal to me. You know, I took a 3-year break as far as albums were concerned. I put out a lot of mixtapes, other bodies of work, features and stuff. But you know, coming to the point, they ready in there. But you know, I'm just excited to have the album actually ready and available for everybody after working and you know protecting it and nobody hearing it and like, what are you doing? Music, and you get a music album, people appreciate it. It's a good feeling.
It's been a little while though, hasn't it? How long has it been?
It's been 3 years.
Yeah, though. I mean, it's like what was it? What took so long?
I just was taking my time.
I just want to know who auditioned the chick in that video.
Yeah.
I want to know how serious did this. Because it looks serious. It's like
I've seen her dance
like ovaries
before.
were being touched.
I've seen her act before. She's actually signed to the producer that did Say I for me years and years ago. Great friend of mine, Yanni. So I've watched her progress as an artist. So knowing that she can act, she can dance, she's professional.
Right.
You know. So.
Really acting?
Yeah.
No, which scene though? Because there is a scene. Let me have this one.
A million scenes. It's 5 videos.
What did I see? Which video was it that I saw? It was on Instagram, and the woman was laying there, and all of a sudden your head popped out from between her legs. I said, "What's going on here?"
Oh man.
Now, what was going on here?
Oh, man.
And I was like,
choreography.
That was good choreography. You popped out, and I was like, where was he? Yeah, where was he?
I was buried.
Now, when you did that, hopefully she was shaved, like her legs and everything else.
She was very clean, very hygienic, smelled good, all that.
Yeah. That was you.
No, it was me. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
It's amazing, Trey.
It's heavy. It's heavy.
Yeah. So go ahead, Marshall.
So what are the expectations? Do you get tired of the expectations? Because you know, there's always a new R&B singer.
Right.
There's always somebody they saying took Trey's spot.
Right.
It's like who's that person that you hear? I know you hear it too. Because you're competitive.
I'm definitely competitive, but you know, the thing about music is there's always gonna be new people that come and new people that's dope. Like just in the car on the ride here, like I heard 3 new artists I never heard before that I was, you know, excited about the musical aspect of it. I think like one of the dopest things I ever heard, and I was like watching Drake show with Sade like a couple weeks ago, and she was just telling me, like, I asked her like, what do you think, because she's been doing this since forever,
right,
you know, and I was like, what do you think about the times and how music continues to change? And she was like, music will always change, but you have to stay in your bubble and stay in your thought of mind and stay readily available to hear your heart. Because if you're worried about what everybody else doing, you can't really put forth your best effort. So, while everything changes and I get compared to whomever, I just continue to try to be the best me.
But there's a friendly competition that you have. So
no.
I ain't competing with nobody who's like there's nobody that
No, not at all.
Like you kind of watch Chris do something, you go like, oh, he killed it. And
Chris, my homeboy. I can call him and talk about something he did. But as far as like the newer generation of other artists doing music, like I really, I think I stand alone as Trey Songz.
So what would you say is different about this album than your other ones? Because the honest to God truth, all of your albums are very sexual.
Right.
So are we getting another sexual
Have you listened to it?
I haven't heard this new album.
Okay.
I haven't.
Right.
So that's why I'm asking.
So are all of my albums very sexual?
Well, no, they're very...
Because this is a new album that you haven't heard.
You know what, Trey? Don't come for me right now. Don't do that. I'm asking you about this album because there's a lot of people...
I was asking you a question too.
Okay, so Trey, don't answer a question with a question.
Because I've put out 5 singles that are very telling about what the album will be.
Okay, and so I'm telling you, so if there's somebody out there that hasn't heard your album, just like I have not.
I want you to hear it though.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it.
I
okay,
really want you.
So then for the person that's out there that wants to,
it's very personal. It's telling about how I feel.
You know what, Trey? Sometimes you be having an attitude. We need to talk about this.
Attitude.
Yeah, you can't answer a question with a question.
She mad because she ain't listen to the album. I just put her on the spot.
I haven't. Like I haven't. I honestly haven't.
So you cut me off when I was answering the question that you wanted me to answer, right? The album is very honest. It's very open about me growing as a man, me sensually, me sexually, me thinking about relationships, me wanting to have kids, me being viewed as a sex symbol. I talk about all that.
And the way you drop the music now is different than when you first came out. Like before, it was like you had to have a single. Like you just dropped you just dropped it all.
Yeah, I didn't want to really focus on a single or any of that. I just wanted to release a body of work. This was an album where I've been in the game 12 years. I ain't really focused on chart positioning or this or that. I want my fans to get the music in the way that I want them to get it. And of course there will be a single pick, because after we got all the analytics from the 5 videos, the streaming numbers, the demographic of which the label want to pick this single, we want to spend money and service this and that, which usually comes 3 months before an album is released. I chose to do a quick six-week release and just tell a story through the videos. But when you think about what I normally do, I do a video, a single, another video, a single. You got a release date way out. I just want to get the body of work out, really, and tell a story versus worried about public perception or what anybody want me to do.
Okay, it's interesting because I'm looking at you and Lady Jade's exchange. Really, it was interesting to me.
Oh my God, no,
I'm not gonna get on that. My question is, what is the one question that you hate answering? Because you have to do this a lot. And
I do this 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah. So is there one question that you
just 6 weeks?
Oh shoot! But is there one question through all of that you go, I'm just so tired of answering the same answer?
I mean, it's a bunch of questions I'm tired of answering. But as you said, as she spun it back, there's some people that have not heard the answer to the question or some people. Okay. So I just try my best to give good answers and not be repetitive and kill myself inside. You say answer the same question, you try to answer it different ways just because
with all the stuff
intelligence level is like, oh my God, do I say this the same way again?
Right. Because the clips are going to be circulated all over social media. What about this though? Because you're saying everything that you're doing, you're real busy and everything. What's the longest you've gone without sleep, like in one night?
In one night?
Yeah, one day or whatever. Has it been 2 days? What's the longest you've gone without sleep? Because you seem so busy. A few days. How do you keep up the energy when you start going out? Because you're getting ready to go on tour. Right. How do you keep up the energy from night to night? That has to be hard.
One thing that definitely gives you the energy is just knowing people are waiting for you to give the energy, knowing people appreciate what it is you're doing, especially when you go and you make these runs, not only promo, but when you go tour and you put out a body of work and people spend their hard-earned money on it. People want a chance to be here, but they still had to clear their schedule and everything for them to be here. People got kids that they got to have people watch. People got jobs that they got to take off. So I take into consideration, the people that support me. Outside of just, trying to stay healthy, eat good, stay in positive spirit. And it's hard, but I love it, because it's very gratifying just to have people love you for what it is you love to do.
So you said on this new album, you talk about, relationship, kids, everything that you want, whatever. With a career like you, looking the way you do, you're a sex symbol, all the girls going crazy for you, you're interested in marriage, but how can you Or are you thinking about how do you keep a marriage together, thinking about your career and the way you're on the road? Like, what would you do?
You know, it's not like I'm down and out in the corner crying about being in a relationship or
We saw the video.
No, you're not crying.
No, but what the way I look at it is music is you know, thoughts crystallize. So there's much more room for speculation. There's much room for criticism of a thought when you put it into a 5-minute form with a video. With you know, it's thought of as that may be the only thing you think of. You know, but it's not the case. For myself, marriage, kids, all of that, I have to open myself up for that, and I have to be ready for that. With my lifestyle, it is hard, and that's what I'm talking about in the music.
No, we're keeping everything real positive. I just want to ask you one serious question, because you made a mention that you could actually call Chris directly, Chris Brown.
Yeah.
With his, are you worried about Chris? Do you worry? 'Cause we had a long conversation in the studio that we were worried that maybe he was going.
I mean, that's a conversation for me and Chris to have, personally.
So it is something, but you.
No, anything me and Chris talk
Right.
about, that ain't for me to really have this conversation here. Like,
Gotcha.
whether I'm worried about him or not. That's my friend, so I want his best interest at all
Right.
times.
Right.
Okay. So speaking of, you know, you look at the situation with Chris Brown, because there was somebody who came out, or who was it? Was it Tyson Beckford came out and said, you know, the boy has a drug problem, this and that. Who do you go to for advice? Because a lot of people have said he needs somebody around him and he needs to go. But you go to your mom.
I go to my homeboys. I go to God. I look in the mirror. It's hard when people judging everything you do, and especially for somebody like Chris, where you got a whole bunch of people judging him, but nobody really reaching out to help him. Nobody talking about helping him. Everybody like this and that, he this, he that, but ain't nobody calling him, checking on him.
So you're talking about your mom, by the way, who is absolutely beautiful. We've seen you take her with you to different award shows and stuff like that. Has there been somebody in the game, in the business, who's hit on your mom and you were like, nah, bro, you can't talk to my mama now. Hold on.
Anthony Anderson actually hit on my mama at the, what show was it? And this is a good friend of mine, actually. He was with me the night my album came out. But we were at the BET Honors, actually. Me and my mom was sitting on the front row, and every time you go to commercial, if you ever been to an award show, like the comedians tell jokes on stage, so every time he would come back to my mama.
Oh my God!
He didn't mean no harm. It's all love.
So because you guys are close, your mother's not married, right? She's out. No. She's dating. Do you go and you like, Mom, I don't like this guy, or do you?
I mean, my mama a grown woman. Like, she's been a grown woman since before I was born. She make her own decisions. I don't get involved in her love life unless she wants me to.
She doesn't. Does she get involved in yours? Let's say you brought Lady Jade home. Let's say you brought Lady Jade home, and she was like, "Oh, I like this one."
I mean, my mama don't get involved unless I bring it into like, people don't even meet my mother until I get into a certain place with them, of mental and spiritual understanding. Like,
that's fair.
I think, you know, love and relationships and all are to be cherished, and I think nowadays we so fast moving and trying to prove a point to everybody else that we don't really take it as serious as we should.
All right. Well, everybody, this right here is our interview with Trey Songz. We got to conclude this right here. I really wanted to get into some good gossip. I was going to ask you, do you know any good gossip in the business?
I surrounded me, right?
I know it. I'm going, dang it. You don't want to just address like a piece of that gossip?
Hey. What it do for me?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
If it do something for me, sure.
Oh, no, but it did do something. I'm gonna just be honest with you. The gossip that was surrounding you and that Nikki, that did something for you because your name was on everybody.
If it do something for me right now, I'll talk about. Otherwise, I ain't.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that it did something because everybody, your name was everywhere.
What I just said.
Yeah, but it was everywhere. Somebody told me it doesn't matter. Good press, bad press is just great press.
And you know, I know that.
I know that's right. Okay, everybody, we done. That's Trey Songz right there, y'all. Clap it up for this man right here. Yeah. You done made her mad. He made her mad. Y'all want to do a one-on-one here?